Just kidding. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I am going to chop 5 onions while answering your most burning questions. My favorite dog? I mean, that's worse than choosing between my kids. And try not to cry. So let's do this. I identify with both, but definitely more with Anna. Eleanor is the bad person living inside me.
Do you have a second to talk about the environment?
Do you have a second to eat my farts?
Anna is who I am for real.
I won't let anything happen to her.
I infused in Anna most of my personality when I was 10 years old. I was really quirky and weird, and I thought love was my superpower.
What if I meet the one?
But there is kind of a dangerous, sassy ticker tape going through my brain at all times, just like Eleanor, but she says it out loud. I don't tell anyone to eat my farts. I haven't in a while. Wow, if I wasn't an actress...
Is this because I can't see or because I'm a woman?
I would probably be a social worker, or I would work with foster kids. I'm nailing this. You know the trick here is that you turn the onion over so you don't get all that mumbo jumbo in your eyes. If I could give a spoiler or a hint, I would say don't underestimate Anna's power. Well, the best Thanksgiving side dish is obviously yams with marshmallows. But the most underrated one, I think, the green beans, maybe because also my parents put Funyuns on the top. Oh, it's never too early to put up a Christmas tree. We always start right after Halloween. There's no sense in not celebrating Christmas, like, at all times. We also keep it up till about, I don't know, end of Jan. We're those people. Ooh, all right. Now I'm getting a little whiff of it. I'm only 1 through? Oh my God. Oh, is that how you identify me? That's so flattering.
At my old school, I was horny. We were the rhinos. I was the mascot.
I am in ways naive and innocent, and in other ways sage and old. I find it important to act like a kid a lot because Earth is more fun that way. I'm getting a strong hit now, guys. I'm getting a real strong hit. So I don't know, maybe it's because I act like a kid, but I also learn from my mistakes. Maybe that's why. Oh! Just kidding. How are you doing? I'm okay. It's starting to seep in now, yeah, and I've got a drippy sniffer.
You're crying.
So hard. My favorite holiday tradition. I mean, Christmas decorations are hard to beat for me. I feel so alive. And we decorate, it's like the Claus family came and just vomited all over our home. But my favorite tradition is probably, it's more of a mental state that you get into when naps are okay. It's okay to sort of overeat and be a little bit sloth-like. The whole thing, sure.
How about that?
Too. I got my friend Jedediah. He was planning a trip to bike ride from the tip of Oregon to the tip of Patagonia. And he was learning Spanish, and his favorite book is East of Eden. I got a first edition copy of East of Eden from Spain. I sent it around to all of his family members and friends. I sent it to 4 different countries. I had to rebind it halfway through, and I had all his family members graffiti the inside of it and put pictures of him and love notes and it was huge when I gave it to him. It was like overstuffed. That was the best present I've ever given. The best gift I've ever gotten? I like the junk presents that my kids give me. I know that sounds silly, but they always make you like ugly masterpieces out of like tile and Gorilla Glue and plants from the garden, and they glue everything together and they color it, and they're just beautiful because you can just see how creative their brains were while they were making it. Those are kind of my favorite. Yeah, I'm feeling okay onion-wise. It's definitely burning. I'm more committed to cutting this professionally than I am to cheating by putting the fragrant part of the onion down. I prefer playing something in between. I actually really like playing the kind of character that is inherently unlikable on the page.
What a condescending bench.
And then figuring out a way to get you to root for her.
final curtain.
And I've been lucky that I've had quite a few of those roles. Like Veronica Mars is kind of a pistol. Eleanor is definitely a pistol. Jeannie from House of Lies, also kind of unlikable. But it's like up to me where I infuse some humanity behind their eyes and figure out how to get you to root for them.
Veronica Mars is smarter than me.
Oh, you stop it.
Whew. Big chunks.
How much do your daughters love that you are a Disney princess?
Oh, my daughters could care less. My daughters love Frozen just like every other kid, but they're not impressed, which is fine. It is in our DNA to reject what our parents do, so you can assimilate to a larger tribe. They have made me be Elsa for the last two previous Halloweens. They love Frozen, they just don't like me to talk about the fact that I'm in it, or sing around the house. My favorite thing about Frozen 2 is probably that it kept the integrity of Frozen 1 in that we were proud of the fact that Frozen 1 really broke a mold. Almost all the films we see focus on romantic love and not familial love or self-love. It's really getting me now. I think self-love is the most important type of love and familial love is up there, and I think if you don't have those two, woo! You're screwed. You can't find romantic love, right? Or you can, but you'll have trouble navigating it. It's a mold-breaking movie, I guess. It's just going against all these tropes we're used to seeing, and I think that's why people gravitated towards it, because it was, I hate to use the word modern, but it was evolved.
How are you doing?
Okay, we're okay.
You're almost on your last set.
Okay, I'm almost there. My favorite weird thing about Dax? Well, I'll tell you the most recent one, because there's a lot of weird things about him, and I love all of them. He shot a scene on Bless This Mess where he had to use a pointer, like one of the ones where you pull it out like it Mary Poppins' itself, and he immediately ordered a pack of them. And so last night he walked in and he had his hands like in his pockets like this, and he opened it up and he was like, "How was your day?" And he was pointing to things in the bathroom and all over, like, "I reset the clock. Did you see I reset the clock?" He's decided that he will be using that pointer at all times when he's talking about things because life is just more fun when you're pointing at them. Okay.
Okay, ducks or goats?
What?
Which one's better, ducks or goats?
You know, I've heard ducks have really good personalities, and I've heard goats shit everywhere, but goats are cuter and cuddlier. Wow, that's a very hard question. I'm gonna go with goats, because I like yoga too.
Corn dogs or mini corn dogs?
Mini corn dogs, anything mini if you can get it, always. My favorite comfort food is a grilled cheese. My ex-boyfriend Kevin, who I love dearly, he used to experiment making the best ones because there's a lot of different types of bread and a lot of different types of cheese out there. He discovered that sourdough, because it toasts just the perfect amount, a piece of Velveeta, because it's delicious and it feels like trash food, and a piece of pepper jack in a pan is the way to go. That's the best grilled cheese in the world. My favorite dog? I mean, that's worse than choosing between my kids. I have a favorite kid. Because Lola I've had for 15 years, so how could she not be my favorite? She's the queen, but perfect time for the tears. She doesn't really pay attention to me anymore. Because she's old and she doesn't, you know, she just wants to do her thing and not be touched. Barb, who's we foster failed her about, that's what it's called when you foster a dog and you don't give them back. It's a foster failure. We foster failed her about 8 months ago, and she's delicious. She's just made of toothpicks and feathers. She weighs about 5 pounds. She doesn't do much of anything. She has one eye, about 4 teeth, and sometimes she thinks that the hallway is a dog run. You know, she can't tell where to go, so there's pee-pee pads everywhere. She wouldn't be my favorite because of that. She can't tell where to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, Barb, I love you, but get your shit together. Frank is our most recent foster failure, and it was out of my kids and my husband begging for me not to get another dead dog, is how they called it, because I like seniors. Frank is a little bit of a nut job, and he runs around the house and he jumps a lot, so we're working on his training. But they're all my favorite. I can't choose. I can't choose. I can't do it.
5 onions, how do you feel?
I feel terrible. I mean, I don't feel terrible, but I do feel, I'm stinging. I'm stinging, yeah. 3 really hit me because I had turned the first 2 down, and then I got obsessed with cutting them correctly, which, as you can see, I've nailed. You can't get around how much onions hurt. They really hurt, they sting. I can't touch my face. Good luck to who's ever gonna do this next, okay? because this is going to be a delicious